Hello, hello. Sorry, I have my laptop going crazy. So, we are in a time of so much uncertainty, right? And so, I want to actually talk with you today about being comfortable in the uncomfortable, embracing the unknown. There's so many times in my life that I can look back on where those unknown times are really what launched me, which helped me find my way, find my path that led me to somewhere I didn't expect but was beautiful and wonderful. So, I'm going to share a couple of examples with you, okay? So, when my husband and I were first married, our daughter hadn't even turned one yet. We'd been married, this was in 2005. We were married in May 2003. And so, we'd just been married over 2 years barely. And we decided Alan wasn't sure what he wanted to do with his future. When we met, he was a roofer. He hated it. And so he started going to school. His first day of college was the next morning after our daughter was born. So she was born August 29th, and he started August 30th at a college for the very first time. It was so crazy. What crazy times those were. So a year and a half later, he decided that he wanted to go to air traffic control school, which there were several options. Some were more expensive than others. The most affordable would have been to go to Alaska, but I basically was like, if you want to keep me as a wife, we're not going to Alaska. We'll go to California. So in preparing, we had bought our first home. We bought our first home like just weeks before my daughter's birth, and so that was crazy. Can I just tell you that was crazy? But we just went on this adventure, and we didn't know anything about this. We didn't know how well he would do in school. We didn't know if it was a career he'd actually like or enjoy, but we knew, and we prayed about it, that it was the right thing for us to do. We had several things go completely wrong right before moving. And so on the drive, the hitch on our vehicle that I think we borrowed came off of the trailer that we were also borrowing. It was nuts. And I'm at the side of the road on the highway. I think we're somewhere between Utah and California, like halfway. And I just start crying. And I'm like, Alan, what if this is a sign that it's the wrong thing to do? And he's like, Shammy, we've prayed about this. We know this is the right thing to do. You can't think like that. And I was like, I know. And he's always been the strong one. He's always been my rock, right? And so we got there, and we were there a year and a half and truly made some very dear friends that are still our friends today. Some friendships that have truly lasted. I am so very grateful for the people that came into our lives during that time, for the things me and Alan learned by living away from family and being on our own. We grew as a couple, and it was just an amazing experience. It was an amazing opportunity. And so I'm so very grateful. We dove into the unknown, and it ended up being a huge blessing. Most recently, we decided over a year ago that I was going to go all into my business. Alan kind of was like, you know what? If it's what you want, if you believe in yourself, then go for it. And so, a little over a year ago, I had Alan's full support that I would attend a mastermind. And it was a year ago today that my master distributor came and attended it with me, and he was there for the day and doing a training for us. And gosh, I remember I had my lunch in my hand, I had my plate, and I was on the couch, and when Rob told me that Kevin would be coming, I about jumped out of my seat. And I was so excited because let me try and describe this for you, okay? I never feel like I do it justice, but if you've ever gone to like a camp of some sort or ever been to like a retreat of some sort where during those days, like you're learning and growing so much, you're being broken down a little bit here and there because you're starting to see where you need to improve, where you need to be better. And it's not like you're down or hard on yourself, but I have a lot of work to do, and you're willing to do it and you want to do it, and you're getting the tools, you're getting the advice, you're getting the inspiration, you're getting the motivation, but it's still breaking you down a little bit, right? And so when Kevin came, I felt broken because my eyes were opened. All the things I felt like I'd been doing so well, I realized I really wasn't doing that well. And I had so much to do better. And my confidence, which I've always thought of myself as a confident person, that's something I've felt like I've had my whole youth and childhood and life and adulthood. There's definitely been times where, you feel rocked and stuff, but um, overall, that's something where I'd felt like I was strong in, and I felt like I had zero confidence. There were so many things I was feeling insecure about, and so having Kevin there really just buoyed me up. And the people and friendships I made there to this day are people that I lean on and draw to when I'm struggling. There are people that I go to and I talk with, and I love it because we are all invested in our businesses. We are all working to achieve big things, and so they get it. I have some amazing, wonderful friends in my life, but those that aren't a part of network marketing or direct sales or whatever you want to call it, they don't always get what it is I'm trying to do or accomplish. They don't always understand my why. Like, why put so much time and energy into something where right now I'm not making big bucks. Like, I'm doing well, but I'm not like, wow, amazing. I have a friend who makes six figures a month, and I'm not that. That's not me. Um, and so there's just something about it where we connect on such a neat and deep level where we understand that this business truly like exposes you to yourself. It exposes you to all of your weaknesses and strengths. And what's neat about it is my weaknesses, I've actually been able to find people who are strong in those areas within my team. And they buoy me up, they build me up and help me be better, right? And it's so amazing. So there's so many times where the unknown can be very scary. But we need to stay strong and trust and have faith. Faith over fear, you guys, and trust that we're headed in the right direction. I just saw a quote the other day that said, you can't leave footprints in people's hearts if you're tiptoeing around. And it's like, go all in. Be strong. Be bold. I love that. Be bold, right? So Rob has a book. It's called Game of Conquering, and it's amazing. I would recommend it to anybody. I've made Alan read it with me because it is so good. Right now, it's my team's book club of the month book, and it's for anybody. Direct sales and network marketing, but also just being a human being. It talks about victim, survivor, and conqueror. But this is a quote from his book that I just wanted to share with you. He says, I embraced the unknown and lived there until it became known to me. And once the unknown became known, not only did it change my life, it became very precious to me. And that resonates with me so much because sometimes we are so afraid of the uncomfortable. And sometimes that's what we need is be comfortable in the uncomfortable, right? That's where growth happens. That's where we learn and gain and grow and are strengthened, and it's beautiful and wonderful and exciting, and it sometimes feels awkward at first. It sometimes feels uncomfortable, but that's okay. Embrace it. We are in times of so much is unknown. We all right now, the election is going on and we don't have an answer, and I honestly don't think we will for a time. But I figured that going into it, like I knew we wouldn't have an answer that first night. There was no way. But embracing the unknown and allowing it to work within you in the ways that God wants. And it's just a beautiful thing when that happens and when you get to know the most deep and purest parts of yourselves. I talk about it as awareness. And there's a lot of people just comfortable getting by, just comfortable riding the wave. Beth, I love you so much. Thank you. But there's people so comfortable in being comfortable that they don't take a chance. They don't overcome their fears. They don't step outside of their comfort zone. And I don't want that to be me. And so it's not. That isn't me. And I'm so grateful. And so a year ago, today, I was in Sundance at the Mastermind. And I made some amazing friendships. And I've now attended 3. I will be attending a 4th in January. And I'm just truly grateful for the things I learned and grown and gained, because you go through those few days of, and I didn't have anybody from my company other than when Kevin showed up. There were other people that had people from their own companies, which I was a little jealous of. I still am. I'd love for anybody Emoji Live to come with me to the Januaries. But I was so elated and so determined, and I knew that I had what it takes, and I know I do have what it takes to do and accomplish the things that I want to, the things I dream of. And the thing is I'm not special. You guys have that too. You have that in you. And so find it. Find what sets your soul on fire. What excites you? What wakes you up in the morning excited to do? Like, what is it? Find a way to get there. If there's going to be 10 steps to get you there, then it's worth those 10 steps. For me, I've been in my business 3 years, and I knew it would take 6 to 7 years to get to where I want to go. And guess what? I'm still here and I'm still doing it, and it's still worth it. I will be here 3, 4 years from now. I will be here 20 years from now. Honestly, they're going to have to kick me out because I get too old or something, but I love it. So find it. And if it's something you can only do on the side because you have to do whatever this is, I have several friends that do the insurance or whatnot. Like, they have to do this in order to make a life for themselves. I get that. So if you only have like 1 or 2 hours a night to follow your dream, then put that work in. And yes, that might mean it takes longer than 6 or 7 years. Your dream might not come true for 8 or 10, but if you knew that your dreams would come true if you put a certain amount of time each day into it starting now, would you do it? I know I would. And I am. I'm doing it. So I invite you guys to dig deep. Get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Embrace the unknown and make it happen. Talk to y'all later. Bye.